Hello, class, and welcome back. The first thing we're going to learn today about Excel is about data types. So I'm just going to delete all these, and I'm just going to simply do that by saying, selecting the column and hitting delete, and then I'll do the same thing over here and delete. So here we go. Let's actually just start with some simple data types. Now, I can simply type a 1 and a 1 and a 1, and I can keep typing 1s. But those 1s are different based on the type of data it is. And if you notice up at the top in the ribbon here, on my home page, there's a thing that says General. That will give me a list of different types of data types. Different types of data that I could have these things be as. And underneath here is some different things that I can change about them just, quickly. So if I make this from general to a number, it is a 1.00, and you'll see that it says number. I click on this cell is general, this cell is number. I do this same thing over here, I switch to general and switch it to currency. Now it has a dollar symbol. I switch this to accounting format, and it's still $1, but the dollar sign is all the way over here. There are other differences between currency and accounting. Namely, if I make this -1, it's -$1, but if I make this a -1, it becomes $1 in parentheses. This will matter if you're using an accounting formula of some sort. So yes, currency and accounting are different. Now I'm going to switch this guy to a short date. And by the way, you might not have the exact same things as I do up here. I'm just using these as examples. So right now, it interprets 1 as January 1st. That's how it interprets it. Now, if I use a long date, you'll see that it actually thinks it's Sunday, January 1st, 1900. That's what the 2 zeros mean. And time, time it doesn't really get, I think. It just counts it as like 12 a.m. It doesn't understand 1 as itself, so it defaults to just 12 a.m. Percentage, I switch to a percentage. Well, 1 in decimal format, 1 as a number, is 100%. So if I wanted to get a 10%, I would put 0.1. If I wanted 1%, it'd be 0.01, so on and so forth. Fraction, well, a fraction of 1 is 1. It's not a fraction, it's a whole. But as you can see, it still indents it in a bit, and there's other various things that happen when it comes to these sort of things. Same with scientific notation. It's 1 to the e of nothing, because it's literally 1. And text is text. It's 1. It's, it's text. It's not a number, it's just text. Text can be a number, it can be letters, it can be numbers, it can be symbols, it can be spaces. But I'll just leave it as a 1. So, beyond that, what we can do with these is we can actually change things about it. So under this, drop-down menu, there's this thing that says More Number Formats. And a drop box will pop up, and I can change something. So maybe I want numbers to be 0 decimal places, and I want to use separators for thousands. Okay, and it'll give us a little example of how it wants the negative numbers. Do I want negative numbers to be with a negative? Do I want it to be red? Do I want it to be accounting format? Do I want it to be in accounting and red? So I've got little options I can do there. And of course I can switch things to be like alignment. So maybe I want the alignment to be at a 45-degree angle. And I want the font color font to be, I don't know, I'll make this Apple Gothic. And do I want a border? Sure, I'll have a border. Big box border. Big box border there, and there. Why not? Fill. I'll change the fill color. Maybe I'll make it light green. And protection. I'm not going to worry about protection. There we go. And now I've got a 1 in a different font type with a big box border around it, so on and so forth. And I can keep doing this to other things as well. So this currency, I can go to More Number Formats, and it's under the currency. I can change the decimal places. I can also change the symbol. So you know what? I'm gonna pick whatever the whatever the Bangladesh dollar symbol is. And now instead of a $sign, it's that symbol. And I can go to the same thing under the accounting, more number formats. And I can go to accounting. You know, maybe I want 6 decimal places, and I want it to be in the Maltese symbol. Boom. There it goes. Short date. Maybe I'll go and change something about that. More number symbols. Date. Now, you'll notice date has, you know, there's no short date, long date on this category. It's just all date. Consider it all together. So, you know what? Maybe I just want to count this as 14th of March. There we go. So that becomes 1 of January. And I'll skip the long date or whatever. Time. Let's go to the time here. What do I want to change about the time? More number formats. Let's, time. I really don't care about it having a second. Because, we got hours, minutes, seconds. I really don't care about the seconds. Let's just go to 1:30 p.m. That sort of format with hour, minutes, and just AM, PM. Boom. So that's 12 a.m. Percentage. Do I want to change anything about percentage? Let's take a look. Percentage. Oh, I can change the decimal places. There we go. Now it's 7 decimal places. Fraction. Do I want to change anything about fraction? Whoops. Do I want to change anything about fraction? Go to more number formats. And it'll go in up to digits of 1/4, up to 2 digits, up to hundredths, so on and so forth. And I should go with this as hundredths. And of course, 100 out of 100 is, well, 1 still. So you don't really see much of a difference, but if I were to put, like, a 0.65 whatever, it's 65 out of 100 now. And scientific notation, let's go and change the scientific notation. And what I could change there is decimal places. So let's do 0 decimal places. Boom, 0 decimal places. And what specifically can I change about the text? Absolutely nothing. And of course there's special, zip code, phone number, social security if I really wanted to set those up. And I can make customs. I can make customs with all sorts of things that I feel like, and we're not going to worry too much about custom stuff right now. But yeah, those are just the different types of formats of data, like, to make sure you have everything. So, for example, if I wanted to have, price, and I had my money, and I had, the total left over, I have like $50, and then the price is, $23.99. Well, obviously, just having these guys be numbers doesn't make sense. They should probably be some sort of currency. Whether I just pick, the dollar symbol right here to make it an accounting format, or if I want to decrease the decimal points by, doing that, or increase it by doing that, I can do stuff like that with it. Change, percentage, make sure there's a comma in there, so on and so forth. But generally speaking, you want to make something into a format that makes sense for the occasion. And these are generally just the different types of formats you can have. The different types of data you can use. If something's going to be a date, you probably want to make sure it's a date of some sort. If something's going to be a time, you probably want to make sure it's a time of some sort. If something's just going to simply be written word that you just don't care about, you can make it a text. If something's going to be money, make it a currency or accounting of some sort. That's general rule of thumbs. In the next video, we'll go into, more into formatting the text itself, like we kind of did here. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next video.